What up, good morning, how's it going you lovely people? Today is Friday 24th of July and I had a really good sleep last night again, as opposed to last night, or the night before last even. I slept pretty much all the way through despite the fact we're right next to the road, and I didn't realise when camping here last night, we drove down there and there's a gate down there. I didn't realise there was a track there, like literally right next to where we camped. It leads down, there's a few camping spots down there and it leads down to the river as well, so I didn't actually realise that was there. So if I did, I would have went a little bit further down there, like a little bit further away from the road, but in the dark you can't see anything like on these tracks. So yeah, it's got up and I'm still a little bit tired, but I want to get up, try and make the most of the day, and yeah, wait for the guys to get up, do the washing up from last night, get everything sorted, packed away, and then ready to go, because we've only got like 3 more days, including today, left. So yeah, try and make the most of today. We're going to head into Litchfield. It's a couple of hours drive up to Litchfield National Park, and then head in there, try and get quite a bit done today, and then go back in tomorrow, and then after that head up to Darwin. So everyone's up and awake and ready to go. Morning people. Morning. So yeah, ready to go. I don't know what the time is, probably 20 to 9, so still got loads of day left. And see Litchfield, so it's a couple of hours drive, and then yeah, go and see some good stuff in Litchfield. Quick fuel stop. Didn't really need that much, but I thought I'd just fill up here anyway because it'll probably last us to Darwin now. It'll be the last fuel stop I reckon, including our spare should get us to Darwin. And yeah, I don't know where everyone's gone. Everyone's ran away and just left me, so I'm gonna just leave them here, just drive. Okay, so first stop in Litchfield is the termite mounds, and these ones are magnetic, so they point like north and south. It's to catch the heat or something like that. And it's definitely noticed that there's clouds, like for the first time in a long time. So yeah, I hope it doesn't rain, it should be okay. We went to one spot and it was absolutely rammed full of people, so we come to another spot which is also rammed full of people, but we managed to find a parking spot. It's a Waterfalls, and I've read that it's the best waterfalls here, so hopefully it's quite good, and they're swimming here, which is good. So yeah, it's a short walk up. Found the waterfall, absolutely amazing. Beautiful! Apparently it's beautiful. We arrived at the bottom of the falls and they're far too busy for our liking. The water's quite nice actually, and we've got this guy over here with some weird contraption on his face. Don't really know what it is. And nowhere. Dom's there, Nadia's over there. Yeah, the water's a lovely temperature. Okay, so we've come up to the next spot now, which is called the Lost City. It's not really a city, it's more rock formations, but I think what they're getting at is it kind of looks like a city. So yeah, but the drive up here was a really good drive, like a single track just through the forest, really cool. Yeah, it's going to take a quick wander through, and then lunch, maybe? It's roughly lunchtime. Hey, it's my foot. Done at Lost City. Wasn't very lost, but yeah, it's just rocks It's pretty cool formations, but other than that, I've got to drive out and I'm going to head up to the next spot and have some lunch there. There's no shade here. She spilled water all in Hillary.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Standard lunch stop, ham sandwiches. This has been our lunch every single day of this trip. Anything that's actually changed is the dip that we get.
Sometimes we change also the ham.
Ham, yeah, but it's still ham.
Yeah, that's true.
We had something.
Chicken. We had chicken one day.
One day. Probably in the middle.
Yeah. Other than that, just ham sandwiches. Okay, so we made it down to the next waterfall, but unfortunately, we're not allowed to swim down there because it's like a conservation area. So we've just got to come to a lookout and look at it. Yeah, it'd be nice to go in for a dip, but unfortunately we can't. I don't know about you guys. I'd go for a siesta.
Yes.
Just sleep for a couple of hours.
Maybe double do. That's too much.
That sounds so good. We're going to another waterfall instead. They might have ice cream there.
Yeah, there's a few.
They might have ice cream there, so
maybe a beer as well.
yeah, gonna get some water. Okay.
Maybe beer
Ice cream clock.
No, go away.
Next waterfall. Looks so cool. Made up from the falls now. They were pretty cool. Both falls today have been amazing. The only problem is they're really busy. I don't know why, probably because it's so close to Darwin. It's only like a few hours south of Darwin, so yeah. Now we've got to desperately find some drinking water because we're pretty much none left. We have a dribble in our spare container, and yeah, there's a campground just north of here that possibly might have some, but other than that we might have to drive quite a way up to find some. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if we can get some or not. All set up now, everyone's set up at tents, we've got dinner on the go. For water, we went up to like a campsite inside the national park and they were like, yeah, no, we've got no drinking water. So they told me the closest place was a town that we drove through on the way into National Park, which I didn't really want to go to because it's sort of like I had to drive all the way back out, whereas I was just going to drive north and camp somewhere just north of the National Park. So we drove 60 kilometres all through the National Park and out to the town and found somewhere, and they was happy enough for us to fill up our drinking water. So got that on the go. Yeah, and when we kind of drove, I think probably about another 20 kilometres out to find a campsite. Just pulled up and it's just a really stony spot, but it's better than nothing and it's free, so you can't really grumble too much. And yeah, so just getting dinner ready and then gonna eat dinner, and then I'm not sure, probably an early night because I know I'm quite tired from today. It's too much sun, I think. So everyone's getting ready to go to bed. Night everyone. We've literally just been laying under the stars, and it's nearly 10 o'clock, which means it's way past our bedtime. Everyone's really tired. I'm really tired anyway. Yeah, today's been really good. Waterfalls were pretty cool, they were just a little bit busy. So tomorrow hopefully we're going down to some which will be a little bit quieter, and yeah, we'll have to see. And then after that, going to head up north towards Darwin, probably find somewhere outside Darwin to camp, and then head into Darwin on Sunday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So just going to sign off now, guys. So remember, guys, always be kind to strangers.
After spending about 7 months in WA,
Got it, guys.
I'm now about to cross the border into NT, Northern Territory. 4,000 kilometres roughly, probably. And we finally reached Northern Territory. So, these guys are spending like a couple of weeks, well not even that, like a few days.